Over the last couple of weeks, Hyperliquid has been an excellent investment and creeping up under the radar in the world of altcoins. While everybody's paying attention to Solana meme coins and new ecosystems like Sui, Avalanche is also doing very well. Hyper has been coming under the radar with a lot of TVL, a lot of different opportunities to get into some of the tokens on that ecosystem. In this video, we're going to talk all about this new ecosystem, some of the best tokens in this ecosystem, and where I'm putting my money at to take advantage of all the new products that are probably going to be dropping on this L1. So let's just get right into it. So this is Hyperliquid right here on CoinGecko. Right now we can see the market cap is at 10.8 billion, fully diluted is 32.4, with about 1/3 of the tokens in circulation so far. The all-time high of this token is actually $34 from 5 months ago, so we're creeping back up on the all-time high right now. Now when we have a blue sky breakout in this token, meaning when it gets past the all-time high, I don't expect to see it slow down one bit, and I'll talk to you about why I don't think it's going to slow down in a second. But first, what is Hyperliquid? So coming to the website right here, Hyperliquid, or this is hyperfoundation.org. It's the blockchain to house all finance. It says crypto is fragmented today, but it doesn't need to be. For the first time, build projects, create value, and exchange assets on the same hyper-performant chain. It says start trading or start building. Scrolling down a little bit more, it says the flagship application is their decentralized exchange, and this decentralized exchange is designed to look and feel like a centralized exchange, which is what we need more of, because swapping is dope, but a lot of people want to trade. They want the tools that they use to trade, and with Hyper you have it right there. So of course, if you're from the United States, they don't like when you do anything on your own, so you might have to contact your local VPN and tell them to allow you to trade these tokens. But it says low fees, up to 40x leverage, transparent and seamless one-click trading, but also the Hyperliquid stack. This is why I'm super bullish on it, because of the stack. So it says perps and spot order books are two flagship applications on Hypercore, which is the the entire is this side of the chain, because there's two. It's a two-chain, like two-part ecosystem. You got Hypercore, then you got the Hyper. User-built applications on Hyper EVM interact seamlessly with Hypercore to let anyone use apps, launch tokens, or trade all in one place. It says high-performance applications are built natively. These financial primitives on Hypercore are accessible to user-built applications on the general-purpose Hyper EVM, which supports familiar Ethereum coding. The Hyper EVM and Hypercore exist as one unified state, unlocking applications that simultaneously require performance, liquidity, and programming. So scrolling down a little bit, you can see block times are super fast. The daily volume is 14 billion. So this is where I start to get very, very bullish on this ecosystem. One of the things that I wanted to point out was we see that the decentralized exchange is the #1 application, or the first application, the flagship application of this project. And when you come to their Twitter, we can see right here they have $8 billion of open interest on Hyperliquid DEX right now, which is crazy, which is a crazy amount of liquidity and money just waiting to be traded on that exchange, which just shows use. It shows value in this project. And this is just one flagship application that they introduced with this to kind of show how bullish it is and how good it is to have on-chain order books, which a lot of everybody needs everything to be on chain. So that's also another thing that's dope about this project. So that's why I'm pretty bullish on Hyperliquid overall. Now let's talk about some of the things that I'm doing in this ecosystem. Now, first things first, I wanted to figure out where all the best protocols were. Usually when I hop into a new ecosystem, I look for the DEX, I look for the money market, so I look for where you can swap, and I look for where you can become a liquidity provider and possibly borrow and lend against your own liquidity. And I found something very interesting with this ecosystem, and that's right now a lot of these tokens have points because a lot of these projects, a lot of these projects, you know, the DEXs, the money markets that are coming out, all of the DeFi that's on Hyper right now, a lot of them don't actually have tokens yet. They have points, and when you have points, that usually means airdrops. Now, over the last, I would say, year or so, Hyper has been doing some pretty nice airdrops, creating an excellent community of people who are super excited about this project because of all of the free money that they're getting for participating in some of these projects. So instead of going around and looking all around for what projects are the best ones, I just hit up my boy Beef. And I said, hey, you're bullish on Hyper? He hit me up and said, yeah, I'm bullish on Hyper. Then I kind of ignored it for a while, and he came back and said, hey, be bullish on Hyper. So then I got bullish on Hyper again. And then he introduced me to this right here, which is Hyperbeat, which is a platform where you can stake. You can stake and you can get some staked hype. But what I like about this is once you come right here to vaults, it brings you to this Hyperbeat hype vault where you can deposit your hype rather into this vault wallet and earn 6% on it. But what I'm really interested in is these rewards right here. So you get 1x the rewards on this Hearts protocol. You get Hyperlend, you get 1x rewards on Hyperlend, you get 1x rewards on Hyper, you get 1x rewards on Hyperswap. So this was a cool place, quick, easy place for me to figure out where some of these new projects are going to be launching tokens. Right here you got 2x on Solve. So what I would do is I clicked on some of these, and a couple of them that I liked. First thing I did, before I talk about the ones that I liked from these rewards programs, first thing I did was I got involved with Hype, because you can see right here, if you deposit Ethereum on Hype into this, it's to be announced what your APY are, but you're getting reward tokens on all of these platforms. Which is dope. So you'll get Hearts tokens, you'll get Hydros, you'll get Pump.btc, and all of these platforms probably have different minimums, and they probably have different things that you can do. And this is just a little bit of the supply of the tokens that these platforms are offering to users of Hyperbeat. But it's a way for me to figure out where the good platforms are. So like, for example, this one, Time Swap. You have Time Swap right here. It says permissionless desk infrastructure for capturing time value of assets. You click right here on Hyper. It's live on these different ones. When you launch the app, it brings you here, which you can see up here. You have a earn tab, you have your stats tab. You can log in here. Now these are the different liquidity pools that you can participate in. You got the Hype versus Buddy pool paying out 37%. You got the Hype, the USDE versus Hype 31%. So you can use these things and you'll earn points and you'll earn rewards, and it updates. Let me see. I don't have any points on this particular wallet, but you can earn points on all of these. So come to this Hyperbeat website right here and take advantage of, you know, getting some points on some of these platforms. If you want to take it a step further, of course, like I said, jump into some of these ecosystems and figure out if one works for you. For me, Time Swap is one that I got into, and another one, the money market that I got into, is Hyper. So it says deposit for yield, borrow for leverage. When you come to the app here, you can see you got a quick deposit tab, whatever, but I will just come to markets, go to pooled markets right here. You can deposit Hype, you can supply Hype, and then you can borrow against it and use it for other things. A lot of people, what they'll do is, like, for example, they'll deposit, you know, or they would deposit like USD, and then like say $100, and then borrow $50 against that USD, and then deposit that $50. Now they have $150 in there earning them while they borrow. So it's just a way to leverage in a money market. But they have this point system. So the point system is to earn that token. And when you see the market size at like 187 million, when you see, you know, 8 billion in open interest, when you see TVLs this high and there's not even a token yet, this could be free money of tokens that are gonna have value. Like, That doesn't really happen a lot. A lot of times you have these airdrops and they want people to, you know, tweet and send this to your friends and all this stuff, and, you know, tag us in this and tag our partners and all that stuff. And that's, there's not really much liquidity happening on those protocols. So with these ones we're seeing on Hype, we got something a little bit different. We got TVL, you know, total market size at 180 something billion. You know, you got 101 million available, you got 84 million already borrowed. So this platform is already doing pretty damn good, if you ask me. So that's what I would do when it comes to the Hyper ecosystem. I'm going to continue to cover this ecosystem because I'm involved. I usually like to talk about things that I'm involved with actively. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, check out Hyper. I will put, let me see, do they got a referral? They don't have a referral. They don't have a referral. But Hyperbeat has a referral. Usually I like to use referrals because there might be something in it for me from getting brought in by a friend. But I will put the referral link for Hyperbeat, or just the link for Hyperbeat, in the description. If you don't want to use a referral, just app.hyperbeat.org. And yeah, take advantage of some of the things going on this Hyper ecosystem. If you do go through some of these projects and find some dope ones, like this Ethereum, when you deposit Ethereum, there's a lot of ecosystems that want you to deposit Ethereum, and this changes all the time. They're adding more to this all the time. So let me know if there's any protocols on Hyper that are your favorite. Also, let me know if there's any NFTs on Hyper that you think I should be checking out. I didn't even get to talk about everything that I wanted to talk about in this video because it would be super long. So go ahead and subscribe, and we'll be releasing a part 2 pretty soon with all new products, all other things that I'm doing in this ecosystem. So y'all think positive, and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots, and remember, never finish a negative statement about currency. Till next time, peace.